Hey there guys, it's time for you to take a movement break with me, and today we're going to focus on 3 movements for happy, healthy knees, because I know a lot of you out there do have issues with your knees. Now what I want you to do first, you will need a strap for today's movement, which I'm going to throw down there. Alright, I want to teach you how to rotate your thigh bone. So stand with your feet straight, pointing straight ahead and in the channel of your hips. And I just want you looking at my thigh bones and watch how I roll them outwards. Okay, so can you see how my thighs are turning out and then I relax them? Turn them out and I can turn them in. And you can actually see the movement of my calf muscles as well. Okay, you can see how when I rotate my thighs out, that spins my calf muscles in behind me. So just kind of practice that motion, this rotation, because we'll be using this external rotation in our movements today. Alright, join me down on the floor. Now, remember our propping. You need to use something behind your head. You don't have to, but if you do need it, how do you know if you need it? If your head's sticking back like that and your ribs are up off the floor, we need to give you some support so your ribs aren't sitting proud of your pelvis. So I'm just working with a little prop today. Slide it in, use a cushion or anything. Alright, now you're going to grab your strap, whatever you've got, be creative. And you're just going to place it around the top of your foot. Your toes are your toes. Your heel is your heel. The ball of your foot is the top of your foot. So just reach over, place it around. Alright, now slide the other leg, one that's not in the strap, slide it down your mat. And the leg that's in the strap, bring that down nice and low as well. Alright, now I need you to check that your pelvis stays in neutral. So you don't want your hip bones tipping backwards or your bum lifting up off the floor. Alright, so I'm going to check that the hamstring of my opposite leg is down. So I need to make sure my pelvis is in neutral. And I start with my leg down low, where this knee is straight. I'm not locking it and forcing it to straighten. I'm just letting my leg muscles relax because my arm has the leg in the strap. Okay, so I can relax these muscles, but I'm working with a straight knee. Now, keeping the hamstring down on the floor, slowly start pulling on your strap, and you want to bring your leg up to a height where your knee stays straight, where your pelvis stays neutral, and where you start to feel the stretch in the back of the thigh. And I'm just going to sit here for now. Alright, now you just hang in the stretch for a little bit. Keep checking that your pelvis is holding neutral. The opposite hamstring is staying down on the floor. If it's not, you're starting to tip your hips back, so see if you can tip them a little bit towards the front or away from you. Now I want you to bring in a little bit more sensation working into some different tissues. So rotate that thigh bone externally, so you're rolling it outwards. And instantly you're going to feel more work happening in the back of the leg. Now you can stay here for a little bit, check again, pelvis is neutral, my opposite hamstring's on the floor, my knee's relaxed, I'm not bending it but I'm not locking it. So you just let these leg muscles all relax. And then just see if you can pull on your strap a bit more. Alright, now let's go into the IT band, which is this connective tissue that runs from the hip and connects under the knee, and that can pull your kneecap off to the side, so I want to loosen that off a little bit. So holding the rotated thigh, just slowly bring your leg across your midline, which is the centre line down the middle of your body if you were to cut yourself in half. Now only go as far as you can where your pelvis doesn't roll with you, so it stays down. Now you're going to be singing over here, you're going to go, I can feel this, and you will feel it. Okay, now start topping with that rotation. You can relax the rotation, rotate, release it, rotate, just play with it, see if you can pull on your strap a little bit more, but you're trying to keep that leg over the midline. Okay, and we'll come out of that and we'll repeat it on the other side. So again, reach your strap around the top of the foot, slide your non-stretching leg down the mat, and you want this hamstring to stay down on the floor. And a lot of that's to do with the position of your pelvis. So if you're going into a posterior rotation, you can see it's lifting my leg off the ground. So make sure you're holding neutral. You might have to push a little bit towards anterior. Alright, appropriate head support so your ribs are neutral. Bring the stretching leg down low so you can feel those muscles relax in the leg, and then only using your arms With a straight knee, you bring that leg up to a height where you've got some sensation. Sensation does not need to be pain, people. You don't have to be in pain. And just breathe a little bit, and if it's starting to decrease, I say if it decreases 50%, just increase a little bit, just pull on your strap, check that your pelvis is neutral, other hamstrings down, ribs are down, shoulders are relaxed. All right, now let's add that rotation. So roll your thigh outwards and you'll go, ooh, hello hamstrings, how are you today? And you'll feel more work there, so just working into some different tissues. And again, feel free to pull on the strap a bit more if you have that ability. Now, we're going to take this leg across the midline, working into the IT band. So try to hold the rotation of your thigh as it moves across. All right. If you lose it, you can increase the rotation once you're over there. Now again, only bring that leg across as far as you can where your pelvis stays on the ground. Now play with that rotation, so trying to turn that thigh bone outwards, and you're just working into some different tissues. Hang out there, breathe, relax, and you might want to pull on the strap a little bit more. You might not want to. You might be at your boundary, and that's okay. All right, and we're out of that. All right, so now we want to do an exercise to help strengthen these medial quads, these muscles on the inside, to help give you better alignment with your knee. So again, I'm using a prop to keep my ribs down level with my neutral pelvis. My knees are bent just sort of out of my fingertip reach, heels just out of fingertip reach. Unless you've got a knee issue and you need to have more space, that's okay. Now if your pelvis is in neutral, slide one leg down the mat and just bring that leg in a little bit towards your midline. Now I want you to rotate that thigh bone outwards again, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to slowly lift our leg up for a slow count of 3, 4, 5, whatever number is in your head. Bring it up as high as you can, and you should feel that leg sort of touching the inside of the other leg, and then slowly lower it down for the same count. Now we'll do 4 on this side, okay? 4 or 5. You might only be able to do 2. My legs are starting to shake already. Now, as you're raising and lowering the leg, you're keeping a straight knee. Remember, you're not locking it, and you're holding rotation as well, okay? And you're lifting slowly for a count of 3, 4, 5, whatever number's in your head, lower for the same count. Don't let your leg completely relax on the floor. See if you can just bring it straight back up again. Yeah, and I've got a lot of shaking. I can feel my abs working. And relax that leg all the way down. Change over. So bend that knee, heel within just fingertip reach, further if you need more space for the knee. Slide the other leg down the mat, and the legs are slightly closer together so you can feel the inside of your leg brushing on the bent knee. Rotate the thigh bone externally, pelvis neutral, and slowly raise this leg up, holding that rotation, that external rotation, and you're going to lower the leg at the same rate. Now, be mindful of the pelvis, okay? So it's really important that you maintain neutral the whole time. But the other thing I want you to check out is, are you putting too much pressure into this leg, the foot that's on the floor? Try and decrease the pressure and you'll feel more abdominal work, and you'll feel that pelvis sink into neutral more. Beautiful. And let's do one more. So slowly raising, pelvis neutral, not too much weight on the other foot. Oh, there it is. Woo. All right, guys, happy, healthy knees, and I'll see you next week. Good luck.